back-to-back draws in their previous 2 games. They got up against ENCE and NIP. And Harry, they've had enough of 50-15s. They want a victory here and now. Let's see if they can get it. AVANGAR, though, riding the high from beating CIS legends Na'Vi. Let's see if they can surprise us here on Mirage as well. MIBR, T-side start, and a quick B play coming through from at least Lucas. Only one man, though, committing. Actually, as I say that bomb going right behind him. AVANGAR, no idea where this is coming through. They're watching for the boost, though. KNG goes up and above, but James is ready for it.
Taco able to get into the site, but he's losing teammates behind him, and actually Adren doubling up. Looking for a little bit more here. Fallen back out the apartments. Fur's got himself over into the window. But just look at that mini-map. There's so many players leaving B, beginning their rotation in through CT. AVANGAR know they can just spread out and try and take this map control back. They've got very little standing between them and finding this pistol round. So Fur, desperate to try and find something, is in danger. There's a player about to come through the murder hole behind him. Will tap down Buster. He's creating some space for Fallen to work with. He's got that bomb up in the apartment. So Fur now falling, and it's Fallen left up alone. 1-on-4, and that step gonna give the game up. Player close to the truck, and that should be the round solidified. Adren, 3 kills for him. Pistol goes the way of AVANGAR.
Yeah, that was definitely a bit of a messed up situation for MIBR. They did a good job of throwing in that utility towards B. They threw a smoke wall on both archways, and what that's intended to do is force the rotation of the window player in through market, therefore allowing KNG to get up in that boost. MIBR was supposed to slow it down and send that flank in. The issue is, however, MIBR, they slowed it down in the B apartments, and then James doubles back. He checks for that window boost. He was very aware of what MIBR were trying to do, and he shuts down KNG, basically uprooting the entire round. Fur does a good job of trying to fake those drops in the window and force gunfights, but AVANGAR very patient, and they don't fall for any of MIBR's little tricks. Over in this round, we got the force up regardless from MIBR. No bomb plant coming down, but they're going to go for the buy anyway, and it is not working out too well. Already a couple of kills coming through for AVANGAR, and it is looking like a bit of a slaughter. Just Taco with a deagle. He won't be standing for much longer either. Wow, that is a confident second round. 5 players surviving for AVANGAR, and considering MIBR full force into that one, they are going to get nothing done.
Yeah, pretty devastating that you're not even able to get away with a little bit of damage in that round there. As you say, right, they did stick investment into it. Everyone apart from KNG. Obviously, he's trying to save a bit of extra cash. Likely going to look to bring that AWP out. Pause cooled on in. Curious as to the nature of it.
I think it's a tech one for a change.
Yeah, I'm getting that feeling as well.
Either way, just a slight bit of investment from MIBR in this round. Just a few flashbangs, a couple of pistols here and there, trying to get themselves into a bomb site. But yeah, pretty unsuccessful force buy. So it's not like they're going to have a chockload of cash to really throw into this round. Just got to take a bit of a breather, and AVANGAR, who is still running for SMGs, are on a money-making mission right now, Harry. Considering already they've picked up their first win of the day, they need to go almost flawless, I think, today and pick up all 3 of their wins if they want to have any chance to be considered.
So I had a little look. We have a bunch of people, you know, like working. Blast do a great job of having everyone working overtime, crunching the numbers, you know, figuring out exactly what has to happen for these teams to clinch a top spot, right? And I think for AVANGAR, if I remember correctly, it was they had to win every single game today, or they can draw versus MIBR and then pick up wins. But it's not entirely down to them, I think, at that point. I think it depends on 1 or 2 things going their way.
Hey, a draw against MIBR, I mean, that's all MIBR have been having today, so absolutely, you know, possible, but AVANGAR not looking to do that, already 2-0 up. Here's that third round, light investment from MIBR, pistols, and a couple of bits of utility, just a faster B play, attempt to get a bomb down, get that bit of extra money, but Molotov going to be in their face, Lucas with the smoke, and MIBR just running right through Sanji, just cowering in the sight. He's dropped the bomb, Buster's found a second as well, and MIBR are getting dropped one by one in this round. Fur with the only return kill. There shouldn't be too much else from that. Another note is Fur has been having a great tournament from MIBR as well. He's been, you know, top of the board pretty much every game they've played as well. So definitely keep your eye on him coming into this matchup as we head into round number 4. Finally, MIBR are going to have a little bit of money to work with.
Yeah, we'll finally get to see that buy on in, and should have the AWP even to supplement it. Indeed it will. KNG going to be bringing that out. Double AWP for AVANGAR. We know they like to invest into this. That's between James and Buster. So immediately KNG is kind of thrown into the deep end in this one, right? He's going to try and out-AWP 2 strong players on the other side. And already James opening this round up down through middle. Fur, so fast at this mid control. He did it in the game prior. He got into window in what? I think it was 20 seconds or 30 seconds, something along those lines. This time though, James is ready, posted up, shuts him down. The speed demon, no match for Mr. Patience himself. Now MIBR sat in this early 3-on-5. Back to the drawing board. Fallen rotating in over towards ramp. KNG trapped at short. You're looking towards Taco and Fallen really to make something of this round.
But James should be able to deal with his position. That being said, with both A players pushing at the same time, James can only focus on one. That Molotov, however, will slow down Fallen, will cut him off. Actually landing on top of the palace. As Fallen's molly going towards Sandwich just to clear out a close position. Kicker waiting in one of his own. Taco's hoping for a window rotation so he can kill that AWP, but it's down in CT spawn, which makes things very hard. He's got to fully swing, fully commit to this angle if he wants to win the fight, and he's so exposed if he does so. You can see AVANGAR just not giving an inch away to MIBR. That Molotov landing on the Balk should force Kicker out in the open, but Fallen, he's throwing utility. Kicker's going to smoke it off and stay in this position. 20 seconds. Look at the amount of time that AVANGAR are buying. This is perfect, and Kicker going to swing with a flashbang. Bomb dropped. Fallen wasn't even blind, but he still goes down. Taco with a trade, but is it all in vain? A 1-on-4 with Sanji up in the connector just to shut this down, but it's Buster from the catwalk, and AVANGAR, they take a 4-0 lead. Great start to this map.
Yeah, and I don't want to, be piling on AVANGAR. I've been a huge fan of watching them, but the one thing that's fresh in my mind is that they've started every single match they've played with a strong lead.
Yeah.
And apart from that Na'Vi game, we'd always seen it turn sour, right? And there was very much even a time where it felt like that Na'Vi AVANGAR game could have gone that way, right? So
especially in that first half.
yeah, 100%. So I feel like, for AVANGAR now, they need to keep this up. They cannot get too ahead of themselves this round. They have one player over here towards A. He's waiting back in CT. That's Kicker. And he's going to have his work cut out for him, because this is just looking like the A explosion from MIBR. They've got utility. They'll throw in these set smokes. They go over now, blocking off CT. Kicker's just got to wait for the rest of the team to rotate in. Fur's trying to close the gap. James will get dropped. That's an AWP picked up now. And this round gets a bit more interesting. Fur able to get out of danger over towards window. And he'll come back in, shutting down Kicker. Hungry for more. And he knows that Buster's been playing the AWP over towards short, so he's just locked in this standoff right now. KNG making his way up into the jungle. MIBR still yet to get this bomb planted. It just waits on the ramp, hoping that AVANGAR come walking into these crosshairs. And a nice B-hop. No! He's in, but Buster nades him down. Oh no! It's all gone so wrong. It was suave, it was smooth, but in the end, Buster gonna finish off his teammate, trying to remedy it now with the frag on a Fallen. Taco and Fur, 2v2. Can they get this job done?
That's the bomb dropped as well. 29 seconds for MIBR to try and retrieve it, but they got to cross past that AWP. Missed shot from Buster through the corner of the smoke, and that bomb does get picked up, but this plant needs to come through. Adren not gonna go for the fight. He allows the plant to come in and then takes an immediate refrag. Taco alone in a 1-on-2, trying to force a kill, but Buster has already rotated up through the stairwell. MIBR, I was loving that slow pace for a second, second, that 5-on-3 where they just wait for AVANGAR to make the next move. But, you know, going for the open plant when you know that AWP is on short, the smoke doesn't work out well at all, and we are going to be able to see AVANGAR get ahead with a defuse. Dear, oh dear. That was a bit of a mess there. And what a play from Sanji as well. It kind of gets, you know, shrouded by the fact that he gets blown up by his own teammate. But making that little B-hop jump through the murder hole and getting away with a frag is so difficult to do. Really, really heads-up play from that young player. And AVANGAR, they have not dropped around just yet. MIBR, though, with money in the bank and looking to make a name for themselves here in round number 6.
I think this is why Sanji could just be such a menace to play against, right? Because he does things like that. He's a very cerebral gamer. And MIBR, well, they do get the bomb down. They do bring that round down to the wire, right? They've done some damage to the economy of AVANGAR. They've tried to slow it down because it was getting a bit out of control. They've got cash as well.
And just to update you all, we just got a bit of a microphone problem on the MIBR side of things, which will be getting fixed very quickly. You can see the admins are already on scene, and we are readying up, getting back into this one hopefully soon. Buys already coming through there from MIBR. And yeah, rough start for 3 of these players. Lucas, Fallen, and KNG yet to don the server with a kill, or the scoreboard rather. But regardless, we're back in. AVANGAR on fire and looking to keep that one going. KNG is back on this AWP. So excited to see what he can bring to the table, but against this double AWP setup from AVANGAR, it's not going to be easy.
No, certainly not. And not with James constantly changing up his position, right? He's been in window, he's been over towards short. Now you see he's taking this connector peek early on in this round. Won't spy anyone there, but he's got a bit of a smoke gap to look through. He gets the information that no one's in top mid. And now the short player, the window player, they set themselves up to watch middle. And that frees James to keep an eye on the ramp play. KNG first to fall. That is the AWP on the other side of the equation removed. It's gotten back into the trusty hands of Fallen. He's missed his big green gun. Had to give it up for KNG, but he's losing teammates left and right. Fallen will come in with one at the very least, but everything that MIBR do is cancelled out almost immediately by these AWPs. James laying down the pain train right now. Fallen and Lucas, all that remain in this 2v4, they're trapped within the realms of the bomb site. No utility to get these players out, but Fallen, giving them a chance at the very least. Now has to go above and beyond. 2 kills to his name. He'll need the ace if MIBR want this round.
And a huge frag from Sanji as well. The double peek from AVANGAR just to force the fight and get Lucas off of that site. 30 seconds, Fallen making the jump. He does manage to avoid that AWP. He spots it. Oh, no, he didn't. I thought he had a bit of a clue, but now he's just dropped into the open vision of Buster. This AWP on short is so good right now for AVANGAR. And I want to point out a really important piece of that execute from MIBR. They throw a stair smoke, not the traditional stair smoke, which lands on top of the stairs, but one that lands two or three steps down. And you can see here in that frag, James, he makes a huge play to go above that smoke and take a kill. The whole point of that smoke is to bait a player into fighting inside of it, and if they do, it's a one-way that favors a terrorist coming out of Palace and ramp. Instead of that being good for MIBR, James just goes, screw it, I'm going to run right through the smoke fully in the open and take the fight towards ramp. And because MIBR had that smoke down, they weren't expecting it. Great opening kill from James, and it will be the shutdown from the second AWP to lock in 6 for AVANGAR.
And this is just so one-sided, and there doesn't seem to be signs of life yet from MIBR. I mean, me and you, we were saying how we were very much excited to see what KNG can bring into the server. He's still sitting down bottom of the board. He has been having a real tough time of things. You think about it, these head-to-head versus James, it has just been James winning them time after time. Trying to take mid control, the smokes go down, but look in connector. You might be scared of what you find. James posted up here once again. Furt, ooh, he might go through. He's a bit of a ballsy man, is Furt, and this aggression's been working out for him all day long. James, look out! He was right under your nose. The trade does come through at the very least. The Dren swinging wide, catches Furt over towards window. The rest of MIBR, they just commit to this B play, and Sanji here, the one man to try and respond.
Oh, but he's blind off the second flashbang, has to move to the back of the site, and the AWP misses a shot, only gets a tag onto Taco, the leg, down to 16. Sanji can finish off that damage, and he is just hiding in this bomb site, buying so much time. KNG's killed a Drain coming in through the market, though, and he is also tagged up, also finished off by Kickit and Sanji, leaving Lucas alone, yet to don the scoreboard, and it's not happening anytime soon. 0-7 for Lucas, 7-0 for AVANGAR. They are not letting off the gas.
No, they're really not. And that was something that we were kind of speaking about, and that is that they have been a team that's had these incredible starts, and then they've always slipped through their fingers. It's always gotten a bit dicey, a little bit scary. This one, however, not the case. It is just strength to strength for AVANGAR. And this double AWP setup between Buster and James has just been... MIBR haven't been able to get past it. Whenever you deal with James, Buster's there at short, and he can lock down that A site from that position. MIBR have really been struggling at how to get past these two cannons on the side of AVANGAR. This round, it's a lot faster, getting in the face of these CTs with the pistols, with the Deegs. And that bomb goes down almost immediately. So a 5-on-4, now turned 5-on-3. KNG trying to get out of danger, wants to stay alive. MIBR a fighting chance in a round that they had very little invested in.
And look at the wrap as well. We've got Fur coming all the way around through T-spawn. He's going to be able to play this bomb late in middle if AVANGAR even go for this round, and that's a big if. Dren might get a kill. James actually found KNG peeking out through jungle, but here's when the wrap can really come through from Fur. Jay making the jump to join his teammate, but MIBR are already pushed inside of the spawn. They know this round is theirs. They're on damage control. They're on exit duty. Fallen getting caught on the retreat. Here's Fur coming in late, and James getting spammed down to 20. The bomb doesn't kill him, and neither does MIBR, but they will guarantee their first round, and that's huge.
You can hear the sound of F12, you know, or the print screen rather, just getting spammed right now. It always seems that the score hits some awful meme number every time, without fail. But MIBR, they're able to get their first round on the board. And in quite a spectacular fashion, right? It was just the Eagles, a couple of pieces of armor spread thinly across the team. And Fur, he's kind of the guy I want to be keeping an eye on the most right now. I feel like he's been having so much impact, even in these rounds where MIBR have just been kind of getting dictated to. He has been that one silver lining for me thus far.
Oh, what?
It was looking like it was going to be a B play, but Sanji might have just sent MIBR packing.
Yeah, and a deep smoke as well. I mean, does Lucas really want to play with that? He's got the bomb on his back as well. May as well just give it up. What a start for AVANGAR. Sanji can commit with the AWP now. He's on 26 health. He may as well not give it back to Buster, who is too far away anyway, pushed up on the catwalk in the ladder room right now. MIBR going back towards middle. They've sent their B players to both under and top mid. This boost can come through. I like this wide boost that MIBR are using. It lets you spot jungle and see all the way in to catch any kind of window rotator. And you can see they're shuffling forwards to make the jump. But Buster, not ready for that one. He does check the angle, but Fur is too quick. And once again, this man to find an opening kill for MIBR. Close shot for Jane, but not going to connect. And MIBR are coming out through the stairwell.
Yeah, they flooded into jungle, and now this foothold taken. It's going to be tricky to force the Brazilians away. Fallen and KNG lighting up this A bomb site. It's Sanji left alone. One kill already in this round. An AWP that could get thrown away, and he goes running in. No fancy footwork today as he dances through that murder hole. Now down into CT spawn. Very fast on this rotation. Will they be ready? KNG certainly is. And MIBR, it took them a while to break that drought, that dry spell of rounds that they were having, but since getting their first, they now immediately chain together another.
Yeah, and off the back of KNG as well, right? 2 Deagle kills in that previous round on the A site, and now 2 AWP kills on A to lock in a second round. We were speaking to Zeus last night, and one of the things that he was saying when I asked him about KNG was that, you know, when this guy joined the team, he was not a player they needed to teach. He already knew what he was doing. He was already very, very, informed on how to play this game, and I don't think anyone's in doubt of that. An incredible player in his own right, and stepping up when MIBR needed him most. How many more rounds can they keep going though? And will AVANGAR let the ball drop? That's the question we have in mind. 7-2, and back through the underpass. MIBR will go. Jump. Almost spotted. I think Adrem might have a bit of an inkling, but the smoke is going to cut off his line of sight.
Control the order of the day once again, but this time, James not able to find that flick, and he's in it for a world of pain. Somehow, Fur actually comes off the worst in that fight. I have no clue how this has been dashed away from MIBR. I thought that was going to be kills for them all day long. And now as they try and get up through the connector, they are walking into one hell of a crossfire. There are so many bodies here in mid. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. And Taco's fallen at the very end. AVANGAR, a quick, clean response to this mid-aggression that MIBR have been throwing in. They keep 4 players alive. Stellar round from them. And that will be an 8th on the board.
Adren catches the perfect timing. That window smoke fades, and MIBR were just throwing another smoke back into it to replace it. But in that 1 or 2 seconds where it was open, Adren peeks out, gets a kill to low air, as you can see, and you can see Fur's response with the smoke is just a second too late there. And as a result of Adren getting aggressive and spotting mid being empty, Buster can push up Cat because Adren knows that no one's up on short. And he takes down both players inside of the connector. A 3-pronged attack from AVANGAR from the connect to the window and the short position, and it will find themselves an 8th round. Double T-side AWP here for MIBR. Fallen going to be joining KNG on that weapon, and a double Deegs as well.
MIBR are the most, not MIBR, the AVANGAR are the most split personality team ever. You know, like the AVANGAR we saw on day 1 almost feels completely different to the AVANGAR that we're seeing now.
Oh.
That said, I mean, early casualties in this round. We need a hero. Buster, he's been someone who's not shy of heroics. Dren comes rotating in. He smokes that off, and he's trying to fake that he's hidden in the smoke, but that does draw Taco in with the Deeg. Fur gonna finish off Adren and through the smoke. Fallen mopping up kicker. The round goes the way of MIBR. The fast B play prevails. The Brazilians continue to put up some resistance here.
And they've actually broken the money of AVANGAR off the back of that, right? AVANGAR win 1 in all the midst of these rounds from MIBR, and then finally it's broken. Finally it's responded from this T side, and now AVANGAR, they're going to have to take a bit of a breather and work out how to invest into this current round. About $2,000 to $3,000 a player, Buster with a little bit more, but it's hardly an optimistic situation in terms of money. Luckily, they have the round buffer to play with. Their half is already done as far as they know it. Anything on top is just a little bit extra. Icing on the cake, cherry on top. All the sprinkles, Harry. But MIBR starting to close the distance here on this T side. And again, more mic problems. We're having a headset swap, maybe.
There we go. That'll get it sorted. Also, I hate this, you know, I hate the sprinkles and cherries on top of the things you go for, because they are both
What do you like on top of your cakes, Harry?
I don't know, like
oranges?
No, like chocolate. Or like chocolate chips, man. That's the best part of the cake.
Yeah. I will admit, sprinkles are pretty boring.
Why would you want something that just makes it hard and unbearable on top of your nice, soft, spongy cake? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But what I could tell you is the score's 8-3 right now. AVANGAR, they don't have a lot of money. They've had to just take the eco in this round. A bit of investment on a few of them, but it's not anything to write home about. Double AWP setup between Fallen and KNG. That is something, by the way, that I would hate to run into.
Yeah.
You take, you know, one of the most well-known Brazilian AWPers, you put him alongside the other most well-known Brazilian AWPer, and you're in for one hell of a show. That is almost guaranteed.
Their CT side is going to be scary as anything if they can get money in their hands. You know, T side, you're going to be limited somewhat, but CT side, that's where things really get interesting. How is that not a kill? James, he is getting a bit of a haircut here in connector, but he still gets out of dodge, still gets out into the window room. First, still going to chase down this kill, knowing he's low. Big blood splatter inside connector. James has already run towards CT, though. He's going to be out of the question for now. Hoping a player walks through the murder hole, but I mean, what else can he really do in this round? They've just bolstered the B defense. Kicker coming in through spawn. Fur takes him down. That might bait Fur to go through this murder hole, but he doesn't want to get murdered. And that's fair enough, Harry. MIBR going to get the A site for free, and AVANGAR's B stack getting busted.
Yeah, I mean, AVANGAR, their hope to really do anything in this round went out the window a little while ago. That bomb goes down, and if you're AVANGAR here, you'd love to find a bit of damage. I doubt MIBR are really going to look to give all too much away.
How is James just repositioned?
Yeah, I don't know, because he was waiting out on the cinder block, so they'd been in window like all round. So I don't think there's any way they can know he's here. James is carpenter by trade. Oh, there we go. CZ. Oh, there's an AWP. He can get it. Jame time, baby. But they shut him down. KNG gonna mop him up. So not today. MIBR in with a fourth. Another one going their way.
That Buster has just had a great day of Counter-Strike here. 13-3 in this map already, and he looked pretty sublime up against Na'Vi earlier. They do get away with one AWP. I wonder if Buster will throw that over to Jame. I mean, to be honest, you can buy a second AWP, so why not throw it over to Jame and buy your own if you really want to continue to run that double AWP here. It was working out wonderfully at the start of the map to lock down that A site from Catwalk. Not what you'd expect so commonly, but AVANGAR made it work. And now a bit of a timeout from the AVANGAR side of things just to mull over this following round. We are reaching the end of the half. Hello. Hello. And welcome back. I think we're back in with this one. Thank you for waiting around. We just had some slight audio problems. Hey, what's up, Harry? Nice to see you, dude. Where have you been?
Yeah, I haven't heard you for the past few seconds.
Well, maybe
it was
you didn't.
Blissful. It was lovely, but it's Jame alone, 1v1. KNG bites the dust. AVANGAR get another round.
Yeah, so we just had some slight technical hiccups, some power problems, but hopefully all is well for you guys at home. You have missed, well, I guess you haven't missed anything. You've been watching, you know, the lovely observing from Heather and not having to hear our voices. So really, it's been better for you, but we're back to ruin.
Yeah, bad news, because we're back. And
AVANGAR.
For those of you who are just tuning in, obviously AVANGAR 10-5 up at the end of that first half. They had a stellar CT side. Now moving on to the T side, they pick up the pistol, they get that anti-eco. That was versus an investment from MIBR. Obviously, it comes down to the wire, so it's still a good round from the Brazilians. However, this one, it should solidify a 13th for AVANGAR. They're only up against these pistols, and it is just a slaughter. Fur, the only man left standing, a Deagle, and a Dream, but some dreams are better left unrealized. AVANGAR 13-5, and now we have this first buy on the cards for MIBR.
God, that's a scary situation to be in. 13-5 in your first buy of the half coming through, and Buster, what a performance he's having as well. We talked about him earlier when he started off this game strongly. Well, Harry, he has not slowed down. 25-6 right now in round number 19. What a performance. And looking to continue it as MIBR. This is Last Chance Saloon right now. Backs up against the wall, double AWP coming through. This is what we wanted to see on the CT side, Harry. But the question is, how many chances will we get to see it? This could be the only one if AVANGAR keep up the hot streak that they're on. Lucas getting aggressive. That molly is going to push him back, and Adren waiting, not getting away with a kill. Lucas with a frag. Sanji's up inside of the connector, but Fallen is watching towards it, and Lucas doesn't expect the fact that Kicker has already moved up, who will find another opening kill, taking down Fur on A. Fallen can't afford to get sidetracked, though. That connector is still going to be a problem, and the smoke has faded. Also, Buster started to take up a position over in Palace, so Fallen, I mean, he's pinned. He's trapped in a corner. That is where he might look to be his most deadly, though, trying to get a peek down into connector. Gotta watch out because the Palace peek might be about to come through. You're relying very heavily on Taco, helping Fallen out here, and he will alleviate some of the pressure. First kill goes the way of MIBR. They're buying precious time, and they've put that seed of doubt in the mind of AVANGAR. You can see they actually leave A. They get Sanji past that smoke in jungle, and so now he's deep behind enemy lines, and MIBR, they've got no idea. They haven't seen a player leave the connector. So AVANGAR, how are they going to use their diamond in the rough? What a ridiculous reposition for Fallen to go close towards ramp, but he has come back towards the site, and that might be regretted immediately. Fallen dropped, and Sanji in the site not going to last much longer. Taco's found him. High flash to keep Kickit delayed. 17 seconds. He's got a cross. He's down to 8 HP, but Taco going to swing with a flashbang and will be able to drop the bomb. It's going to be a round for MIBR. They salvaged something here, Harry, on that CT side. That got closer. That got very scary, and luckily enough, they're going to be able to, you know, keep themselves in this game for yet another rifle round. Be able to run that double AWP once again, assuming they've saved it, and keep this game going.
And I mean, as we've seen, these AVANGAR games and these MIBR games always feel like a war of attrition. You know, it is always just who outlasts the other, who can play the economic long game. And they've always been down to the wire. This one would not be a fitting matchup did it not continue in that same trend. So MIBR looking to try and make that so. You could see this investment from AVANGAR is already showing some signs of weakness. Kicker relegated down to the Deeg, but Jame boosted up in the window. Yeah. Oh, missed shot there from KNG. And that gives Jame another chance. Now he takes one of the legs, and he's still fighting this. A player gets out through the connector in the meantime. And Fur actually going to pick that kill up. KNG deals with Jame, and one by one, AVANGAR starting to fall apart in this round.
Yeah, crumbling at the helm. It's Buster up on catwalk. Kicker's down lower, but he's trying to find a gun desperately. Grabs a Krieg. Shot from the side is Buster, and now the player on the B site is aware of his position. Taco re-aggressing. I think he just spotted him get behind the pillar. Taco fully knows where Buster is, but Buster's going to get the frag instead. However, the bomb has been dropped in middle. Up on the catwalk, rather. They can try and hold on to it. Fur with the flash and the swing off the back of it as well. Lands him a kill. Lands MIBR a second round in this half. And it is not over just yet, Harry. They are not going to give up without a fight. 2 in a row. And AVANGAR's money finally going to be gone. This could be a chance for MIBR to stabilize a little bit and breathe, most importantly. First chance they've had all game.
Yeah, I mean, if you're MIBR, let's not forget, you haven't had these same situations that AVANGAR have where you get handed a couple of free rounds every now and again where your opponent can't buy, right? This is the first round they've really had the chance of exactly that, and so they just grab it with both hands. They're trying to seize this opportunity, and they want to shut down AVANGAR here and now. Don't let these pistols find anything, and they almost did. But they're able to mitigate a lot of that damage. They get the trade immediately onto Kicker. They stop that from spiraling out of control. Secure the 8th round. 4 players staying alive. We said how this was going to feel and be like a war of attrition. And now, with the money starting to build up for the CT side, MIBR have at least poised themselves in a good spot to go the distance here.
They may have had a rough first half, Harry, but this double AWP can just be so dangerous moving into the second. We already saw Fallen coming alive in some of those rounds in the T side when he picked up the orb, and looking for him to join KNG here at the top of the scoreboard alongside Fur, who is no stranger to being in that position. He has been the best performer for MIBR here in Russia this week, and looking to drag them back into this game, whether they like it or not.
Yeah, and it almost feels like both of these teams kind of in similar situations to one another, right? And that is that you've got like this one massive firepower leader who's just been churning it out consistently all game long, but it just feels a bit mismatched to the rest of the team. We want to see a couple more players consistently stepping up on either side, because you've got Fur for MIBR and you've got Buster for AVANGAR. And now we just need to see a little bit more for that final push from either one of these sides. Double AWP out, as you say. Fur's up close in Palace, and ooh, almost gets that peek from Buster. The clash of the Titans here, the 2 top performers, may be about to go blow for blow within the opening 40 seconds of this round.
I love this angle as well, just on the edge of the balcony. He can take a shot, he can drop off very quickly. It's not a position Buster's going to expect, and he's got his teammate close on ramp to deal with any sideline push. The question is, does his teammate hold strong? If he loses that fight, then Fur is going to be susceptible to getting split on. Doesn't want to let it happen. He gets aggressive, and Buster finds a frag. Smoke down immediately on ramp from Lucas, but he's got to now be aware of the Palace, even with that smoke coming down. How the hell does no one see each other there? Sanji playing the gap in the smoke. Adren's found another opening kill. AVANGAR 5 on 3. This is going fantastically. 35 seconds for them to get this bomb down on the A site. That will definitely be their destination, but there's 2 more players to deal with before they can do so.
Yeah, and you can already see KNG moving it over towards short from B. He's going to stay at this side of the site, but from here, he can still have impact. He can still play into this A site, but not with Buster landing shots like that. He is out of his mind.
That's not even Taco's fault. Taco has his teammate covered. Buster gets the kill before Taco can even see him. That is ridiculous.
Buster is on some new level right now. 29-9. He is having an incredible game. And I mentioned how it was the clash of the Titans up in Palace. That was the first firefight of this round. Fur versus Buster. And you can just see how confident Buster's feeling in every one of those peaks, right? He just swings out, takes the first, and you're bang on. The reactions were so fast. Neither player inside of the site even had time to register that Buster was a threat on their screen. So AVANGAR now reaching a 14th. They lose 3 in a row. But they are keen on immediately breaking that streak. They do not want to let MIBR pick up some momentum. They do not want to let the Brazilians get some hope, get some faith behind them, because they are a scary team when they build that momentum, that belief up.
I want to see these 2 kills from Buster. Look at that, just, oh. Taka can't even see him. He just peeks such a close angle, such a tight angle, that he's able to get away with that kill and only get tagged through the wall. What a ridiculous round from him. And, you know, a huge time for AVANGAR and Buster specifically to step up once again, right when MIBR start to get some confidence. They win a few rounds in a row, they put AVANGAR on eco, they run this double AWP, and then boom, Buster just busts them open once again. He finds an opener onto Fallen, but KNG's in the connector and does get that immediate trade. That being said, MIBR might decide to rotate back towards A. They decide against it, however. Gonna see KNG moving towards B side to help Taco here, and that's where the real push is coming through for AVANGAR.
Oh, immediate trade, and now Taco, the unknown entity. Are they ready for another man inside of the bomb site? He'll peek out. Good flash from Lucas to assist him in getting that first kill, and the trade attempted, but not found by Jame. And now it's Adren alone into the B-bomb site. He goes, and they line up for Adren. Now the 1v1, Fur on the other side, and while he does have the AWP, Adren, 7 points of health. Pistol is all that's needed here.
Oh, dear.
Adren.
No,
he's anticipating it's the apartments, and that couldn't be further from the truth. Fur emerges. All it takes is a shift and a click. MIBR 9-14.
And of course, it's Fur to shut it down as well. Great B-hold from Taco, you gotta say. Just getting multiple kills from the site, stalling them for so long, and dropping that bomb twice as well. Still gonna be around for MIBR despite the heroics from Buster and Kick It in that round. AVANGAR, now the money is starting to drip a little bit further down. SMGs in this one, a fast B approach, and only Taco here. This could be very, very good for AVANGAR. This could still be a winnable round despite being low on weaponry. Out through the window goes Kick It, and Taco caught with an aid in hand. Kick It gets the opening kill, and that's going to be a gun upgrade as well available. Fallen finding the refrag though, and the AWP can't hit the shot. The player's jumping through window. AVANGAR with a smoke wall down will be able to get a bomb plant. It's MIBR having to get back into this bomb site.
This is why these CZs, these SMGs can be so deadly. Adren going to show exactly that. And what a scalp to find. You've taken down Fur. That is already half the battle, or at least that's what it feels like for AVANGAR at this point in time. KNG rattling in with his AWP over towards short. They spot Sanji. They're closing the distance, but KNG's gone. James in with another, and he'll double up. It's match point for AVANGAR. They snatch it away with nothing more than SMGs and pistols to their name. They get into that bomb site, and they owe it all to a man named James. 3 kills for him in that round on the CZ. Monstrous stuff on his behalf.
Let's see this. Oh my.
Look at this. This is one magazine with the CZ. He's just tapping them down.
He had a spare bullet, Harry. He only used 11 bullets. Jame doesn't need a full clip. That's not a jump throw, Jame, though. Maybe getting ahead of himself. Throwing the stair smoke a little bit too high. Sanji looking for contact out ramp, and against 15, MIBR, I mean, the only money they have is what they found in the back of the sofa. It's a scout and pistols, and they are getting shredded already on this A site. Lucas trying to hide from the palace. He spots the Dren, but he gets spotted back, and Buster is just pushing smokes like a madman. He is going to close out this game for AVANGAR. It's only Taco rotating from B to keep this one alive, and frankly, it doesn't look realistic. Bombs down, and Dren's going to seal the deal. 16 rounds to AVANGAR. It doesn't get much more savage than that.